Hello guys, good morning. Whew. So I am doing this video. I wasn't sure if I was going to talk about this or not, but I'm not going to just shy away from topics because, you know, some of these YouTubers are inherently just terrible people. I consider going back and forth, but I'm going to share my opinion because I'm allowed to. And I actually posted on my community tab early this morning that I was going to be filming a Q&A, and sure enough, the first question that was published said, what are your thoughts about this drama going on in, this community? So I'm going to make a separate video and go ahead with the video that I was thinking about doing, because I think that this is perfect for its own video. So I want to put in the beginning of this video that if you are the channel that I'm going to be referencing is Real Entertainment News. I've never talked about him on my channel, but I am familiar with who he is. But I want to put in the very beginning of this video that if you are someone who consumes his content and you like him and you like his videos, or liked because his channel has been terminated by YouTube, if you are someone who likes him and you're coming across this video and you don't like any opinions that are not in favor of him, then you might want to go to a different video, because I'm going to tell you guys exactly how I feel about him and his content and my opinion about YouTube terminating his account. But I do think that a lot of my subscribers know of Real Entertainment News. Even if you're not someone who watches his content, you've probably heard of him because he's made commentary on Katie Joy and then he moved on to other things. Now, I'm going to be transparent, as I always am. I have not watched a lot of his content because the small amount that I did see, I didn't like. And, obviously I'm someone who consistently talks about utilizing your social media currency in a meaningful way. And if I go to someone's channel and I feel like I'm just consuming negativity, hateful, opinions, and just straight dragging people, that's not someone that I'm going to continue watching. I've seen what I needed to see, and that's just not for me. So I know that it's personal preference on however it is that you get your message across. And I know that some people like those really strong opinions. I don't have an issue with what I would consider strong opinions, but there's a definite divide in between having strong opinions and just being hateful and cruel. It is really astonishing to me how someone can go out of their way to be so hateful and edit a video, publish the video, do a thumbnail, and leave it out there for people to consume. And when people do that, to me, that says that they have no self-awareness. They have no idea how disgusting that video really is. Because I realize that once in a while people will have a bad take and maybe your message is, missed along the way with some people. Someone whose message might be missed with a few people sporadically is completely different, because I think that those people still have self-awareness. Maybe you didn't get your message across correctly, or you just had an opinion that, didn't, a lot of your audience didn't agree with. I feel that most people have self-awareness. But there are those few that don't, and they just so happen to have a YouTube channel. With Real Entertainment News, he was known for being extremely outlandish, extremely hate-filled, extremely irate, and overly cruel with the things that he would say. And as of yesterday, someone left a comment that said, it was actually on an older video, which was kind of weird, but they said, hey, Real Entertainment News channel is terminated. And I was like, that's kind of weird. You know, I guess because I've covered Katie Joy, people might assume that I know who he is, which the assumption was correct. So I go over and I found his last video, and when I clicked on the channel, it said this. I'll put it right here. It was very clear why his channel was terminated. And a lot of times when YouTube terminates a channel, the viewer doesn't get to see exactly what happened. So with this having such a direct explanation, there's no way that it can be misconstrued or manipulated into something that it's not. It was pretty cut and dry exactly what happened. And for me, if I'm looking at this, I always try to look at, you know, what can the lesson be in his channel getting terminated. And I believe he has a second channel. I'm not for sure. So I don't know how that works, because typically if your channel is terminated, you would think that person is no longer able to run a YouTube channel. So what happens to the second channel? I don't know. But if I'm going to try to find a lesson in this situation of his channel being taken down by YouTube, I would say it would be, this is a wake-up call. This should be a huge wake-up call for any YouTuber, any commentary channel, drama channel that goes out of their way to be cruel, or even if they don't go out of their way to be cruel, if you have people that are telling you you're going too far, this is too much, you're being too hateful, if you have people telling you that, you might want to take a step back and look at your content and try to change the way that you're delivering your message, change the way that you're speaking. And I realize that some people will say, oh, well, you know, I am who I am, and if people don't like it, well, that's okay. But also realize that there's a bigger possibility that YouTube is going to go ahead and get rid of your ass. And based on what I understand, because I did watch another video this morning, someone else talking about this situation, and based on what they were saying, and this is allegedly because I don't know, and again, I don't know Real as a person, but it does make sense based on the little bit of content that I did watch. I believe that this was his full-time income. So to consider that your full-time income got cut overnight, that sucks. And it's definitely unfortunate, especially this time of year, like we're going into the holidays, and it just sucks. But when someone is fully in control of the content that they're putting out, and they've still decided to be, you know, cruel, for me, I can't feel an extreme amount of pity for them. And that's just my personal opinion. But when we're talking about YouTube making decisions for us when we can't make them for ourselves, that's just the world that we live in. Just because there are these video hosting platforms out there and there's free speech, that also doesn't equate to being able to be so hateful. You know, from my understanding, it was a couple nights ago, and he did a live and was telling people to unalive themselves. He has been, you know, accused of some really egregious things, and I don't really want to spread rumor because, like I said, I'm not super familiar with his content, but during his time on YouTube, he's been known to be extremely cruel. When we're talking about someone being that way, I don't look at it as outrage marketing. Outrage marketing, I look at like Nikocado Avocado, because his whole gig is to upset people, annoy people, and that's how he markets himself. What was going on with this was not outrage marketing. It was just giving a small platform to someone who is extremely cruel, also extremely unaware of how quickly the platform can be taken away. But I don't know, what do you guys think about all this? You know, I'm not a historian when it comes to Real and the stuff that he put out on a normal basis. But I would love to hear from you guys regarding, you know, what do you think of YouTube shutting someone down like that? What do you think of them taking, you know, taking their terms of service and reminding someone that you just can't be a trash bag and have a platform? But as far as a lot of these other channels that are just saying that they're commentary channels, but it's clear that they're actually bullying the people that they're talking about, I would say that this should be a big wake-up call to all of those channels as well. Just because you're talking about people that are online, that does not give you the right to drag them through the mud. And I've changed my stance a little bit too when it comes to this kind of snarky, witty, parody, funny, like, oh, it's all funny. It's not funny. And even though initially it might be funny, the longer that you consume it, the more you realize that you're just a bully. You are a bully disguising yourself as a commentary channel. And there are so many of them on this platform. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of look at this as something that a lot of these channels should take note. And I'm not saying that I've done everything perfect, but I've damn sure never been a bully to any of the people that I've talked about. I don't drag people for the way that they look. I don't, you know, go real life with anyone. I'm not cussing people out. And I just can't believe the lack of self-awareness that some of these people have, where you can film that and put it up and actually think that you're, what, you think you're big tough channel dragging people? Get real. Oh my God, this guy is like yelling at the McDonald's worker. Oh my God. Stop treating service people like shit. Stop treating everybody like shit. How about that? An asshole. Just argue, yell. All right, guys, so I'm going to close the video out here. I need to get my gas and get on with my day. So tell me what you think about this. If y'all are much more familiar with Real and his content, you know, tell me about it. And did I miss the mark? Did I just see a few really bad videos? Am I totally wrong? Am I right? Leave it all down below. And what do you think about YouTube taking their power back and getting rid of someone like him? Either way, I think other channels should take note. And yeah, so for now, if you liked the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.